What's up, gang? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into today's video, I just want to tell you guys thank you so much for joining the gang. We have officially crossed over 350 subscribers and we are on our way to 400. So it's all because of you guys. So go ahead and join the gang. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you guys are waiting on, because I make this type of content every week on this channel. So be a part of the gang. Now in today's video, we are going to be speaking about histology clinicals and what to expect. But before we get into that video, do not forget to turn your post notifications bell so you guys know each and every time that I upload a new video. Also, later in this video, of course, the ASCP question of the day will be featured, so I will be listing that before the video is over, so you guys stay tuned. The last video, you guys answered that question as well, and that was 15 to 20 times. So congratulations to all you guys who answered that, and I wish I had a prize, but maybe one day I'll be giving out prizes. Congratulations to you guys who answered the question correctly, because that will be on the ASCP as well. So that's the prize that you get. You guys are going to be passing your ASCP because of these questions. Like I said before in the previous videos, expect the unexpected, because every day is different in the lab. That is always the case. I do want to talk about these histology schedules and what to expect. Now, in the histology world, these are not your normal everyday banking hours. These are not your normal everyday shifts that you guys will be working. If you are currently in your histology clinical now, please leave some information down below. Let me know what your schedule is. I think in histology school, from what I remember, they actually give you a list of hours that you can actually choose from to work. But let me know down below in the comments, what is your histology schedule? Being in histology is totally different than being in any other job when it comes to your hours. The hours do differ based upon the priority of the work. Whenever you start histology clinicals, you may be going to work as early as 1 to 2 a.m. up into the latest maybe 6 to 7 a.m. So when it comes to your priority blocks, they can include your derm blocks, your cytology blocks, FNA, your GI biopsies, your livers. Anything that's a priority block needs to get out as soon as possible for the pathologist to start reading. Those are the cases that normally have, of course, an H&E, routine H&E, but also some of those blocks have several different slides, such as any special stains or maybe any unstained stains for immunos or IPOCs. But these blocks are normally considered priority blocks. Now, these lab hours, they definitely differ because each histotech that comes in, they play an intricate part in getting certain blocks out. So as the histotechs start to trickle in around 2 a.m., around 3 a.m., and around 4 a.m., those blocks are heavily cut first as a priority block before you get to the normal surgical blocks. And whenever you start your histology clinical, you guys will get the flow of that. But the main thing is you'll see that the lab is either super busy around those times in the morning while you're just waking up.
And you're like, oh my God, like how am I going to get adjusted to these type of hours?
We consider them graveyard hours on any regular job, but this is when the lab is the most busiest. So there will not probably be a lot of talking, because it'll be more working and focusing on getting as many priority blocks out as possible. Now, before you get into the lab, just say if your clinical shift starts at 3 a.m. So before you get into lab at 3 a.m., before you even got there, that previous night, maybe around 11 midnight or 11, 12, or 1 a.m., those priority blocks are being embedded first, because by the time you come in as a histotech, those are the blocks that will be actually set aside for you guys to cut numerically or to cut priority. So those cases can go ahead and get on the H&E stainer, and so that any special stains can be performed, because whenever that case goes out, the H&E plus the special stains slides need to go out together. And also too, there may be paperwork and requisitions that you may have to send with that block, which will be in the next clip as far as histology clinicals and what to expect. Also, during this very critical time between these peak hours, You will maybe see histotechs trade off whenever you come in. So if there's been several histotechs embedding, they may stop embedding and go straight to cutting to help out the cutter so more work can get out. Or whenever you come in, you may hop on to embedding, and then that histotech can go ahead and start cutting the priority cases as well. And then, or you may be, it may be several of you guys embedding, especially if your block count is high, just say it's 500 and up. It may be 3 to 4 histotechs embedding, and then maybe 4 to 5 histotechs cutting. So the dynamic can definitely be different. I know during my clinical days, it was really cool because whenever I came in, it was different tasks that every student had to do. So maybe one student will be assigned to embedding, and then just say on the next day, the student will be assigned to special stains. That's very important to actually learn every dynamic of the lab, because it allowed you to see exactly how the workflow went when, in the lab. And an important major key, whenever you go to take your histology ASCP exam, is to think of the lab as a workflow. And that's definitely one of my key factors in passing the test, because the way that the biopsy comes into the lab, when it starts, basically at fixation, when it goes to processing, then it goes to the embedding station, and then when it goes to microtomy, and when it goes to H&E, and then when it goes out the door. So just think of that flow in the lab. That's definitely how the flow will be on your clinical. One thing I definitely want to stress to you guys, whenever you are on your clinical site, be sure to take plenty of notes and ask plenty of questions. Do not think that you're bothering a histotech because you have questions. Whenever you're sitting with another histotech and you're shadowing, make sure that you ask those questions. If you see that they're trimming at a certain micron, or if you see that they have more than one slide when it comes to that block, if you see something is just a standard protocol, just say if it is a alopecia has a certain amount of slides, and then just say they get a PASD. You want to make sure that you ask all these types of questions and what the standing order is, what you may see in the lab, which is called standing order. You just want to make sure that you write down everything that you possibly can. Take mental notes, take notes, because the histotech loves to see that you are actually engaged in what they're doing, because that shows them whenever you're sitting by yourself, or whenever it's time for you to branch out and be on your own, they can trust the fact that you took those important notes and that you'll be good to go in the lab by yourself. Now, just to be real with you guys, I know you guys will be nervous, and I know it will be early in the morning, and I know you guys will be nervous and you want to make a good impression. So that's the reason why I stress to you guys that your work is your good impression. So check out my previous histology playlist on my channel. You guys will get great information on how to succeed on your first day in the histology lab, how to follow protocol. I have tons and tons of videos like this on my channel. And let's go ahead and get into the ASCP question of the day. And before we do that, do not forget to join the gang and thumbs up this video if you are finding this video helpful. Let's see what chapter we want to find your question today. Last chapter, or the last video, I think I did it from fixation, and then I did one from microtomy. So now this one will be in laboratory operations.